Hey, Dan Meyer here, and today we're going to talk about the 9 hacks that you need to be doing to have a killer Facebook business page, right? A lot of us have pages on Facebook. Most of us have business pages if we have a business. Not all of us separate our business from our personal stuff. There's a lot of bleed, a lot of crossover for some people, including myself. I don't have a big distinction between what I put on my personal page and what I put on my business page. Most of my personal stuff is business stuff. Because I'm a solopreneur and I'm really into my business, and I don't have a big need to have a huge social following for non-business stuff. Some people like to have the privacy, like separation. Whichever kind of person you are, you should make sure that you really optimize your Facebook business page. So if you are doing Facebook all the time for just your business, or all the time for your personal stuff that bleeds to your business, you want to make sure that you're really optimizing that Facebook business page, though, because it's the one you want to build your audience on. Because Facebook personal pages top out at 5,000 friends. Facebook business pages, there's no limit, right? So you can have hundreds of thousands, millions of followers on your Facebook page. Some people use them as fan pages. Some people use them as business pages. If you're a speaker, a trainer, an author, an entrepreneur, you want to kind of have both, right? I actually have a business page for my companies. I have 6 business pages actually, and I have a fan page for myself as an author and a speaker and a trainer. However you spin it, though, you want to make sure that you're doing these things. You want to use these killer apps, and I know they're killer because they allow you to really be successful. These hacks are things that I do for my business that I've done since Facebook first launched business pages over 10 years ago. I've been using Facebook business pages since the beginning. There are things that I do for my clients that my team knows how to do really well. There are things that we are able to add quite additional value to a business page with Facebook. The first and most important, I think, is the cover photo. You got to have a good cover photo. Your cover photo has to basically be a quick visualization of what you do. People look at that and they should know who you are and what you do and how you do it and why you do it, all without having to ask a question. It's just right there in front of them, right? For example, for me, my Facebook cover photo for my Sonic VA company, it's all about hire virtual assistant, big bold letters, right? It's what we do. We help entrepreneurs and business owners run their business. We are all about trying to help you grow, right? So we use blues and greens because they're like colors that really are more engaging, and green, of course, is money. We have our logo, which is Sonic VA, which is VAs from around the world that do things for you quickly. So we put a lot of thought into our branding, and it definitely stands out in our cover photo. So your cover photo should be able to do all of that. The next is the About Us section, or the About section. You want to add value there, right? You want to show what you're doing in your business that is going to help somebody else's business. What are the things that you do that add value? And you could even include how much you do it for. You could include why you do it, but most importantly, you want to talk about solving problems. This is what you put in the About section. You definitely want to put a lot of keywords. You want to include keywords wherever possible. It looks kind of silly, and until you get used to it, it may be a little bit hard for some people to do, but you want to just hashtag the crap out of stuff. There's no reason not to, right? If you put hashtags for everything you do, it may look like a laundry list of hashtags, but it's going to get more play. It's going to get more visits. It's going to get more people that see what you do and like it. So you always want to use keywords, not just hashtags, but in your text, right? When you describe a photo, when you put an introduction to a set of images, make sure that you're keywording it based on what you do, right? Again, for me, virtual assisting, virtual staffing, VAs, work from home, grow your business, scale your business, whatever I want to talk about in that video or those photos, I make sure I put some keywords along with it. You also want to make sure you publish likable content on a regular basis, right? You want to get into a flow where people know what to expect from you, right? So I provide a lot of video content. Every day at 10 o'clock, a new video comes out. I write a lot of blog posts. Every week I have a couple new blog posts come out in the afternoons, right? These are things that are consistent. They're content that are easy to like. People can look at it and like it. This is something important because a lot of times people aren't going to actually read or watch what you did. In fact, most people aren't going to read your blog post, and most people are not going to watch your videos. But you can at least get an initial recognition of what you're doing because you have things that are likable, really cool images, easy to read text, action stuff is really important. One thing that I think drives me crazy, and I can't understand how people don't see this, is when you have really bad combinations of color and font, and you put it out there and people don't like it and you wonder why. Putting, like, for example, light blue text on a red background is like the hardest thing in the world to read. Having super small text, having photos and images that are just completely stock, that are generic, that have nothing to do with you or anything you do, and it's obvious. These things don't get liked, right? So publish content that says something about you and shows what you do. The next thing you should think about doing is really automating your posting, right? You should post on a regular basis. Consistency is king here, right? You want people to get used to knowing when they can come to you to get certain things. They're going to get used to it. They're going to develop a routine around it, and they're going to look for it. So you got to automate stuff. So when you get too busy or your VA is doing multiple things and you can't always post something at 10 o'clock every morning, then automate those things, right? And as well, it frees you up and frees your VA from having to do it yourself, right? So automate. You want to make sure you're adapting for engagement by building trust and loyalty. What does that mean? You want to keep things current. You want to see what people are engaging with and doing more of them, and see what they're not engaging with and stop doing it. We make a mistake in the fact that we think we know what people want. We live in a world where everything goes viral and no one knows why. Now, there are some people that argue, yeah, you can do this, this, and this, and this, and it's more likely to go viral, but no one can guarantee it. You just figure out what works and you keep replicating it, right? You figure out what people want and you figure out how to keep delivering that. And people that think they don't want things, they're going to tell you by not telling you. They're not going to like your stuff. They're not going to share your stuff. It's a waste of time. So look at your metrics. Look at the data to help you figure out how to adapt based on how people are engaging with you. The next thing that's really important to do, and we're on number 7 already, so we're zipping right through these, is calls to action. Your calls to action need to promote a benefit, not a product. Don't buy my product, buy my solution to your pain. You want to use action words, right? You want people to take action. You want to ask questions and get them to answer the questions, right? You want them to solve their own problems by finding you and acknowledging that you're the solution to their problems. You always want to create a sense of urgency. You want to offer free gifts and sometimes offer something extra, right? People love when it says free. People click on free. People click on get a free gift. I'll give you a special one-time deal. I'll give you extra value. These things work. Tried and true sales techniques. Keep them in your calls to action. Most importantly, keep it short, right? Don't overwhelm people with text. Don't overwhelm people with super long videos. Keep things short. You want to conduct polls. You want to do events. You want to set up Facebook events, whether they're real person, in-person events, or you want to do online stuff. You want to keep engaging with your audience in ways that gets them to commit to what you're doing. So even if they're not buying something from you, they're buying into what you do. This is important in building rabid fans. This is important in building people that will sell your business for you, that will get out there and talk about you and promote you in ways that you can't do on your own. So doing events and polls is a great way to start that. And most importantly, lesson number 9, the number 9 hack that you need to do is keep it simple, right? The ideal Facebook length is 30 to 40 characters. In the description for a Facebook ad, it really limits what you can put in the description, and they'll tell you if it's too many characters, people won't look at it. And we ignore it. We put long descriptions, and we wonder people don't go to our events or don't come to our online meetups. Keep it simple, right? People don't have time to read. They don't have time to figure out what you're trying to say. They don't figure out how to make sense out of your long worded posts or your images that make no sense or your color things that confuse them. You want to keep it simple. You do that, you're going to be successful, right? This is what we do. This is why Sonic VA is super consistent in providing value, why the value we provide is clear and easy to understand, and why our clients have a certainty that what we do will give them the ability to do that same sense of certainty for their business, right? So whether you want to have YouTube videos made or have Facebook ads done for you or have your social media managed or create content calendars or manage your newsletter or build email campaigns, data entry, media bookings, whatever it may be, we can help you do that, right? We can help you take what we do with Facebook across your business. I have experts not just in Facebook, but in Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest and LinkedIn. We can help you grow your business. And we do that by helping you focus on what you do best, so you can hire for all the rest. All these other things I mentioned, like all the stuff on Facebook, yes, you can do it if you're a solopreneur and you want to get it done originally, but you shouldn't keep managing it. You shouldn't be the one to manage your social media. That should be a virtual assistant to free you up to be able to focus on what you do best. if you want to get started with that, you can go ahead and text the word data to 26786. You can go to our website, sonicva.com. It's sonicva.com. You go to Sonic VA, or you text data to 26786. You're going to fill out a quick form telling us what it is that you want help with. Do you want us to manage your Facebook? Do you want us to revamp your social media? Do you want us to manage your content calendar? Do you need help with data entry? Whatever it is you need to be able to free yourself up so you can focus on what you do best, which is be the face of your business. Let somebody else do all the stuff on the back end. You can get started today for less than $10 an hour. So that's my talk. I hope it was informative. I hope it helps you think about how to use these hacks to make your Facebook business pages much more killer. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day.